What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Spencer, and my plan today was to give you guys a deck profile. It's been waiting a couple days for a video, but this COVID-19 shipment hits different, so I'm going to end up doing it in reverse order. So today I'm giving you the gameplay for the new Raidraptor stuff, and then hopefully tomorrow the rest of my cards will get here from Phantom Rage. I did not buy any sets, but I did buy singles on TCG Player. So I'll show you, I think, a little bit of going first, a little bit of going second. The deck obviously is just significantly better now. There's no question about it. It's 10 times more consistent. There are other plays here. I'll show you because normally this would kind of be the end of it for Raidraptors pre Phantom Rage, but now we'll see what else it can do. Obviously, a lot of these are some regular extenders, but you did see the one new Phantom Knights card, which is Strange Lanius, but now I'm restricted to Dark Monsters, so we'll see where I go direction-wise here. Lots of new Phantom Rage cards showing off, but obviously this is going to reflect around Rusty. So this is a fairly simple game state, but really it's not. So I have a Monster Negate here, that's one. I'm obviously going to rank up during his turn, that's a pop, and that pop is going to produce 4 Monster Negates. Now, that's not perfect against everybody, but it does beat Dark Ruler no more for the most part, because if they hold on to it, then they're done for. So I am going to pop it here. I didn't get to that point. I'm assuming he had Dragon Maids in his hand, but just rank that up once, pop the continuous spell, and then go from there with the Dark Requiem, which is nice. And we'll see. So yeah, going second, I guess I got a little bit of lucky. He does have the Gamma in his hand, and yeah, I guess I didn't even really have an extenders. But you guys know I love Kaijus in this deck. I've been a fan of Kaijus this entire format now. So we'll see what a Blue Eyes player does. This Blue Eyes Guard Dragon. Now I'd be remiss to tell you that this is like the easiest breaking board deck ever. The advantage will always be going first. And your side decking, I guess, is just going to be very important in terms of just hoping you draw into it. This maybe wasn't the best choice in the world, but I am going to send one off of Tribulanius if the effect goes off. So I'm working with, I'm going to be working with one less card now. Although, hopefully this Allure can put in work along with whatever I pick up off the top. And I need all the zones I can get. And luckily for me, didn't have any negates. He was really kind of banking on that. But, well, now he does have the Ash Blossom. But I can continue going forward here. And we have cards like, Revolution Falcon. Like, going second becomes a lot easier. It doesn't take much in Raidraptors to get that on the field. With cards like Ystrix, obviously. So I'm going to go ahead and do that right now. Very simple. Nothing has to be complicated. And I think I actually forgot to activate the effect here to attack all his monsters. So this should have been game, but it's not. I do have a Monster Negate though, so I guess it'll be cool to see if that comes into play, and of course it does. And now his play's over. And all I'll have to do, it's actually really cool. All I have to do now, that card actually does work very well with Revolution Falcon because obviously the attack is going to go down to 0. Meaning that they're going to take 4,500 to the face now every time I attack versus otherwise. And here I actually use the effect of XYZ. This duel should be over, but it's not because I'm silly. But he didn't have enough to pull through. Next up we have, it looks like Noble Knights, I guess. This is not your competitive Noble Knights for sure. This is like an invoked version of Noble. I think this is from that big set where they tried to do the holographic cards and it didn't work out. He's gonna have a hard time stopping me now. Even if he negates this, we'll see what he can do. So he's gonna pop it or maybe play it face down, but I'm gonna I don't think you can have a Monster Negates on the field to stop this on some level. Everything flows through Ystrix. It's so important to get that effect off, which is definitely one of the choke points. But you guys know this isn't competitive or anything. It's just if you can't afford Noble Knights, this is the combo deck I would recommend that you use. I don't think this deck is The most expensive card in this deck is going to be Union. I don't even know. I don't even use that card. I want to say there are no expensive cards in this deck. Like, I don't think any single one card is over $10. There's no way. For a while, Raiders Wing was expensive. It was like $13 or I think even more, but now it's not. It's pennies now. But as I was talking, I'm going to have a barrier statue on the field with monster negates. It's over for him. So it's really not what it used to be at all. This guy's using the new ZSCW support, which will be very relevant to the channel in a few days or, you know, a little bit of time. I think that this CW support is actually very closely related to Raidraptors and can bring it to another new level. But we'll show you another time. I don't want to have to wait to do this again. When the new support comes out, I would probably show. That's probably be the best way I can go about it. If you have it and your opponent does disrupt you, you're of course going to go for the full combo, which I do here. He has all these new cards that help the special summon themselves and everything like that, but there's no way. There's no factor in. I've almost seen all Raidraptor players do the preference of the Infinite Negate combo. Well, let's take a look at what beats that. A Kaiju sure beats that, which is probably the most cited card now in Yu-Gi-Oh! Gamma does not beat that, because if they know you're doing this big combo in their mind, I mean, they say, oh, let me Gamma the Utopic Zexal. It's like one of the most biggest outs. Well, you can't special summon, so that's not out. Dark Rule and more does nothing. They're not going to be able to activate card effects. So I know it takes up a lot of extra deck space, but I will always say that it's worth it for sure. And he'll realize soon that none of these matter, and I just have to go for game with an additional negate. If they just so happen to put something face down that would break this board, he has nothing, so I just finished the game off. If you guys want to know this combo in depth, it was one of the early videos I did, so let's see. That's not, I'm going to show you that yet. Here is like I think it's like a danger deck or a dark world deck. And usually dangers are actually a pretty decent way to stop your opponent, mainly because they can't, if they have an Appaloosa, it doesn't matter. They can keep activating their effects, so there's really no use in it. And then eventually they'll probably find an out. I think I'm going to have to end up going well, theoretically I don't, but I guess I do here anyways. I feel like I could have gone full combo because I normal summoned the Strange Lanius. Still, I have 2 monster negates basically, and if he does end up going, yeah, right here, if he does end up going for spells and traps, I do have the satellite. Maybe I put that off a little early. I still have 2 monster negates, so I'm not worried about it. And Fogblade sometimes is a problem for some decks if they don't actually play Rusty, because they're not going to be able to pop it. You can't attack it when it's targeted with Fogblade. But summoning rank 4s couldn't be easier in this deck at all. And there we go. I used the second form of interaction. Maybe Requiem was the right choice. Maybe not. I don't know. I'm just going to make sure that he can't get anything off me. Let's see if he can pull anything off the Avarice. No, he doesn't. I don't know if he realized the attack difference. That's a pretty good quick effect, I guess. In that case, it really worked out for me. I'm going to X-Wise. I will eventually X-Wise C-Summon. I do have that Monster Reborn in my hand, so I'm going to save it. This is an extra rank 4, I guess, for next turn, but that's going to pop that. And I'm going to be able to get a rank up card here. Looks like I set Soul Shave. More extenders. And it's never bad to go into some more Link. I'm gonna have a Simorg Link plus a Dark Requiem, but at this point it was game anyways. It was kind of overkill. But the deck is obviously quite flexible. And this is going to be the last duel I'm going to show you gameplay wise for the Raidraptor deck post Phantom Rage. This deck is definitely overrated, and the fact that a 2-card combo can equal your opponent not playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Is very unique. I don't know any other deck that can do that. at least to the level of consistency. I know there's like infinite loot combos that your opponent literally can't do anything. But this is the best it's going to get. And sometimes you have overextenders. Maybe I've almost messed around with more flex spots, but unfortunately there are only 15 slots. And what I'm really hoping is that I'll have this profile ready tomorrow. I'm only like 4 or 5 cards out. And I've also, I guess, just future references for the channel. I'm thinking about doing another deeper look into the Monarch Eldritch deck because I really do like it now. So you guys will have to let me know in the comments, like if there's a deck that I haven't featured in a while, if there's a deck you want. I still want to get to Infernities. That's kind of one of my goals. I've just been very busy. So, and the cool thing about Invoked, because I know it's such a popular deck, by the way, and I think I mentioned this before, normally the move to try to break the board is to start with, you know, taking out the barrier statue, 1,000 attack, 1,000 defense, GG. So yeah, let me know in the comments if there's something I'm missing, any deck profiles. But the Raidraptor deck profile will hopefully be tomorrow, and from there I have tons and tons of content. Time is against my back. Time isn't a luxury for me right now with work and school. But I'm finishing and graduating in a couple weeks, so I'll be able to really put my heart and soul into the channel, which is what I want to do for sure for you guys, because I appreciate all your support. I think we're up to like 230 subs now, which is just absolutely insane how fast the channel's growing, and I couldn't do it without you guys. But anyways, that's going to do it for tonight's video, guys. I hope you have an absolutely wonderful night.